Hey everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. We're going to look at a game played between a former world champion and the current world champion. I can't get any stronger than that for you guys. Magnus Carlsen's white. This was played in 2022. And his opponent is Gukesh, is black. This was played in a Blitz tournament on chess.com. And I liked the game because of how abruptly it ended. Also liked the game because Magnus played very unusual in the opening that you'd probably only see in a Blitz game. So first of all, Magnus plays the Grand Prix, so you know it's not a slow game. He doesn't do that. And then, in this position, you will be hard-pressed to guess what White's next move is. I know what White's next move is, and I still can't guess. So typically, White plays bishop c4, bishop b5 here. Both lots of games. Magnus played a move I've never seen, that I barely understand. He played a3. And this has become relatively common at the club level in Sicilians. In fact, Archer played it last tournament and beat a master. So Archer's 1900. You play a3, then you play b4, like a very delayed wing gambit. You sacrifice a pawn and get a big center. I didn't think Magnus would do such a thing, but what do I know? So Gukesh played e6, wants to play knight e7, b4, sacrificing a pawn. Pawn sacrifice was declined. b4 actually makes a lot of sense when black plays e6, because e6 weakens the dark squares. Played d5. Magnus played e5, continuing with his pawn sacrifice. And then Gukesh didn't take the pawn on b4. White has bishop a3. White has knight b5 to d6. So I can see Gukesh didn't want to take that pawn. He played knight h6. That way he can castle. And if b5 is played, he can play knight e7. Obviously, he couldn't play if he had played his other knight to e7. And that's what happened. b5, knight e7. Magnus gets the big center without sacrificing a pawn. Black has terrible bishop on c8. Good opening result for White. It's good to play Blitz chess. Your opponent doesn't have time to refute what you're doing. Okay, castles, bishop d3, bishop d7. Castle, not very exciting. Gukesh attacks, puts pressure on the b pawn with a6. Bishop a3, completing development, very annoying. Gukesh takes on b5. White plays knight takes b5. Knight's probably heading for d6. Knight on h6 doesn't look good. Knight on d6 looks good. So Gukesh plays knight h to f5. That way he can trade on d6 if necessary. Knight on f5 looks pretty good. Knight's threatening knight e3. Magnus plays queen d2. Now, Gukesh made the losing move, although I have no doubt if I turn the engine on, White's going to have a big plus here. White has a big space advantage. Black's pieces are all passive. I think White's at least plus 1.5. You guys can look with an engine, then put it in the comments and YouTube and tell me how wrong I am. Anyway, Gukesh blundered, played queen b6, attacking the knight on b5, which is easily refuted because White plays bishop c5, attacking the queen. The problem is, if the queen goes to c6, we play g4, attacking the knight, and the knight's defending this knight. Now, that bad stuff wouldn't have happened if Gukesh's queen was on d8. because then the queen would be defending the knight. So Gukesh played queen d8, and Magnus said, no, you can't have your queen on d8. And he traded rooks on a8. Now that the queen's not on d8, Magnus plays aforementioned g4, and black loses a piece. Piece down against Magnus is no fun, so Gukesh resigned. A quick victory for Magnus, playing a very unusual opening, getting a big advantage about move 10, and wrapping it up nicely. I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. I hope you enjoyed that game as much as Magnus did. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.